look, it's me.
Yeah,
Do
like,
you
hey, remember me? And she's like, no.
Oh,
wait, Lloyd.
I have your briefcase. Oh my god, let's go.
She runs up to tell Harry, who at this point has done something fictional, where he's ripped up the toilet and is trying to pour it out.
Because apparently he's the Hulk.
But on top of that, toilets have a hole in the bottom. That's how they work.
Even
what
broken
is he doing?
ones.
What is he doing? How is it staying in the toilet? Like, I don't understand.
For comedic purposes.
I get, shut up, it's a movie, but this really annoys me. Like, this makes no sense.
What I'm surprised the Fairley brothers didn't do is because he lifts it up and dumps it out the window. I'm shocked you didn't have
somebody standing outside.
Yeah. Her mother.
Yeah.
Drinking, like,
because her mother is there. Or, maybe the what's it called?
Nicholas, there
you go. Yeah, Nicholas.
Because that'd be hilarious, right? The bad guy getting covered in poop. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm. He becomes a poopsicle.
Like Harry frosting him like a cake.
Yeah, but
no, we just hear the sounds of like it being just dripped out of the thing. Because again, he's the Hulk carrying a toilet with his hands.
Yeah, a full toilet that somehow does not leak out because toilets have holes in the bottom.
No.
Weird.
We also cut to them, like Harry and Mom, watching Current Affair and
it
talking about the Menendez brothers, and then meet the boy.
The little boy who's been sold a dead parakeet. I just thought he was quiet.
Like, did we really have to ring that bell again? All
Apparently.
Right. I mean, hell, they go back in the sequel. So they go back to the hotel room. He shows her the briefcase.
Well, the weird thing is, as they're going there, he goes like, I'll race you to the top. And she kind of goes along with it. This woman is the nicest human being on the planet.
First you're doing violent snowball fights with Harry, and now you're racing Lloyd to the top.
What the hell?
We get Harry back, too, meeting Beth, going, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
And then that just kind of leaves it alone for a bit. Mm-hmm. We get a knock on the door while Mary and Lloyd are talking. I think this is after. He's like, oh, wait. Yeah. Go, what are the chances?
Yeah. What are the chances of you and me? About 1 million. So you're saying there's a chance.
Because she fully says, I'm married.
Yeah. And then she hadn't said it yet.
Oh, she's like, no.
Because he's like, because I think this is when Nicholas comes in and he goes, I've got your husband. And he goes, husband?
You said I had
all this 1 in a million talk.
Yeah. Pulls out the gun. He ties him to the bed, handcuffs him to the bed.
Yeah.
Harry comes in. Also gets thrown on the bed, but then gets tough. Gets like, I'm gonna settle you or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, who's gonna get it first?
And it's like, no, like I should do it. Harry, I shouldn't have done this to you, whatever. And then Harry goes, no, over here, I was a bad friend, and blah blah blah, and like I did this, and then Lloyd just goes, yeah, kill him. Which is my favorite line.
Oh yeah, because he just, you know what? You're right. Kill him because you almost took Mary from me.
And I almost stole your girlfriend, and I should have. You're right. Kill him.
But why would he be mad? Because you've discovered said girlfriend was married, and you had 1 million. You didn't have a chance at all.
You're looking for logic from a man who is referred to as probably dumber.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. So he shoots him twice.
Yeah. Harry, you killed my best friend, you bastard.
But then he pops back up and fires 4 shots and
this is the other
misses
one.
Him.
Remember when I couldn't remember the other line? This is the one where he's just like, Harry, you're alive. And you're a horrible shot. Because he misses him completely.
Then the FBI comes crashing in because they're following them the entire film.
Yeah.
They're looking for a dog vehicle. Somebody saw the pooch 30 miles back there. What if he shot you in the face?
Yeah, what if you
shot me in the face? And Beth's like, well, that was a chance we were willing to take. Like, Jesus.
Wow.
Okay. So, Nicholas is arrested. Everyone's saved. Mm-hmm. They bring Bobby. Oh, yeah. Bobby. It's just some guy.
Random guy.
Just some guy in a blanket. Kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I think they also got Shay arrested, right?
They did, yeah. Like, everybody involved.
They find her. She wasn't even in the hotel. Fine.
Yeah.
He must have sold her.
She might have been there. It's a big it's a big hotel.
And then we get another dream sequence.
Yeah.
He's got a gun! And it's Lloyd producing a gun, shooting Bobby. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like, oh no, that's just him being violently jealous.
Yes.
As he, like, violently shakes his hand. It's like, it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
As Bobby's like, okay,
Right,
Jesus.
I haven't been fed well in a while, man. Fuck off.
Yeah. And then that's just it.
Well,
they just leave.
They just leave, and it's so weird because
we get like Mary and Bobby making out.
Yeah, because they okay. So here's the thing. So I understand that they've clearly gotten a shit ton of money, right? By accident, because there was a whole joke about the fact that they spent all the money.
Yeah, because it was a briefcase full of IOUs.
Yeah, so like that's as good as money. But like, the cops would not need to confiscate the car. They wouldn't need to do all of that because the money never got to the kidnappers. If they've explained what happened, that money is just money at this point. It was never actually given to the...
Well, I don't know what kind of money it was. Is it like money ill-gotten gains? Or
No, it was money from the fortune of the family that they were paying the ransom to get the husband back. That's what happened. That's what it was.
Because I thought it was Nicholas's money.
No, he was in charge of the whole thing, so he was getting the money.
Oh, right, because the parents were paying the ransom.
Yeah, and he was getting the money because he was the one who...
That's why he said, my money, because it was going to be his money.
Yeah, exactly. So, my whole thing is, why do the cops need to confiscate it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
well, the only thing they're technically confiscating is the car, because everything else was a hotel room and...
The clothes.
I guess they took the clothes away, too, yeah.
You know, like, all of that shit is gone. Like, wouldn't the family just be like, fuck it, they saved our daughter's life and helped get the husband back.
Give him the Lambo.
Here's the money. You know what I mean? I mean, even if they took the fucking Lambo back, like, you'd be like, well, these guys are clearly now have to walk home.
So give them a car.
Give them something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give them something to fucking, give them a fucking little, like a Volkswagen Jetta, whatever the fuck it is.
This scene wouldn't have happened.
True. And this scene was weird. And
so
again,
they're walking down the street.
Ruined another moviegoer's life in my childhood.
Walking down the street, bus pulls up. It's the Hawaiian Tropics Bikini Tour.
Because, sure.
As all of the windows open up simultaneously, we get the hallelujah. And it's a bunch of pretty ladies in bikinis.
Apparently they don't wear anything else on this tour.
We're looking for 2 guys to be our oil boys for our tour for the next couple months. And they're like, well, you're in luck. There's a town
about 3 miles that way. I'm sure you'll find 2 guys there.
And they look disappointed.
Well, because the idea, I guess, was that they were going to offer these 2 guys for the length of a lifetime. But I'm looking at it going, you want 2 drifters on your bus.
Yeah, you want those 2 guys to be your oil boys?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Not like big Fabio-looking dudes?
No,
right.
I don't know. But they're like, okay. And then they sort of drive, and they start driving away. And it's like, 2 guys are going to be very lucky. And then he stops and goes, do you realize what you've done? And they run back and stop them. It's like, I'm sorry, my friend, he's a little bit of a, idiot. The town is back that way.
Yeah.
And then they go, okay.
Bye.
All right.
And then they just walk down the road.
Yeah.
And credits.
And they go back to playing tag.
Credits.
Yeah.
But that's how it should be. Again, them getting on the bus
wouldn't have worked. Like, Jim Carrey was absolutely...
And it all worked out. No. They're idiots. Nothing good happens to them.
No.
The end.
Yeah.
Life sucks and then you die.
Exactly.
Show's over. So yeah, as it's happened before, I think, on this show where I've kind of talked myself into a higher rating.
It's definitely happened to me before, and it's happened again.
So I was going to initially give it a 7, but I think I'm going to go with a 9.
Okay, I'm not going that high. But I did jump up the same number.
So I'm going 9 big gulps out of 10.
All right.
It is ridiculous, it is buffoonery, it is tomfoolery, and shenanigans abound, but that's what you get with the Jim Carrey movie.
Yep.
I got what I paid for, basically.
Pretty much.
What I mean? It's, despite all the ratings that I gave, it's probably not, like, my favorite out of the 3.
Yeah.
But it is really good. Again, all 3 of these movies he made in 1994.
Yes. We've
said it, I think, all 3 weeks. It's just like no one's going to have a year like he had a year because all 3 of them were quality pictures. It wasn't like, he made one bad movie and a good one, then a great one. I think they're all pretty great.
They're all they're all great films. Yeah, absolutely.
And as ridiculous as they all are, they're all different.
Yeah. That's the thing.
There's nonsense in all of them because it's still Jim Carrey's a cartoon person. You're going to get nonsense. But you get a film noir, you get a cartoon comic book. And you get a road trip.
Road buddy movie.
One of the most, I think, iconic road buddy movies of all time.
Yeah.
Or at least buddy movies of all time.
But yeah, like, originally I was going to actually give this a 6. I bumped it up to an 8.
Yeah.
8, okay, kill hymns. out of 10, just because, yeah, like, for the same reasons you said. Like, this movie, A, we've talked ourselves into liking it more than we did, because the lines are so goddamn good in it.
Out of all the three, it's the most infinitely quotable, I think.
It really is. And weirdly enough, like, again, like, watching it, I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I did reliving it.
Yeah.
Which has happened before, but, like, it's one of those things where, like, once you start remembering these lines, it's a lot funnier when you think about it. So, it sticks with you better than you would think it would. That's why I'm giving it a higher rating, because I think the lines in themselves are so good that they make you remember, like, oh my god, this is genius. Even if the film itself isn't... It's a long, meandering movie.
Right.
It's what the Farrelly brothers do. It's their sort of... We've set up this situation just for this joke. And that's the movie you go into. And I'm not really a big fan of that. Mm-hmm. But I think this movie, because of this, how strong the lines are and the performances are, it holds well for me.
Because we'll get to other Farrelly Brothers movies down the road, and I don't think we're going to be as favorable to them.
I'm not going to be anywhere near as favorable.
So
there's one specifically I can think of that a lot of people love, and I can't stand.
Yeah.
So
we'll get to
we'll
that
get there someday.
As far as MVPs are concerned, I could have given it to Harry and Lloyd, but I tend to want to try to give it to somebody smaller in the cast just to give them another shout out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Joe. I'm going to go with Mental, because I think just for the small scenes that he's in, it's his reactions to them, to the fucking lunacy and stupidity that he's being surrounded by.
Yeah.
Because he's funny in the beginning with Shay. And then, but when we get to him in the car, and how angry he gets, and him in the restaurant, I kind of wish he was with them a little longer.
I do too.
Because I think that them playing off of him for a couple more scenes, and then you get to the diner, could have been funny.
I think so too.
Like him trying to he's going to produce the gun, or he's going to try to get them here.
we could have done that. But I mean, to be fair, this movie's almost 2 hours long.
I know. So you know what? That's
what to me. That's what drove down my thing. Is that this is a long film.
For a comedy, should not be 2 hours.
No,
but it kept my attention the whole way through.
It did, and that's why I didn't immediately go like, oh, it's a 5, whatever. Because like it's a long film, and it feels long. There's points where you're like, wow, this. There's
definitely scenes that you could have been like, okay,
we
don't
exile this.
Like all the FBI scenes.
Yeah.
Of just like them just missing them here, or just missing them there. You didn't need any of that. You didn't need that. Maybe once to establish that the FBI's on their tail. And
just
then
the one in the diner would have been fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't need the rest of it. But, to be fair, it's fine the way it is. I don't know. I'm also going to give it to Mike as well, just because, who else are you going to give it to other than the two leads? Because, frankly, the two leads carry this film. They're in most of it, like we said, so why the hell wouldn't you?
So good for you, Mike Starr.
Yeah.
Now, we end Jim Carrey January, as we've, been... I would say teasing, but it's more like threatening this movie the entire month. Kind of just alluding to it and being like, ooh, which one are we talking about?
Yeah.
We are skipping 95, as we've mentioned.
There's only one other...
we've talked about Batman Forever, and again, we'll get to Ace Ventura 2 one day.
We have a plan for that.
So we skip ahead to 1996, to where he became the $20 million man with this picture.
Yes.
By going way back to June 14th, 1996, to cover a little film known as The Cable Guy.
Yep, we're doing it.
And this is, like I said at the beginning of all of this nonsense, my favorite Jim Carrey movie of all time.
Now, it's not my favorite Jim Carrey movie, but I have an interesting connection to this film. And I will get into that next week. But it is a very interesting and very strange connection to this movie. I think one of the most... It requires some unpacking.
If not the most polarizing movie of his career?
I would say... Less so now. I think it's getting its due now. But back then, you either loved it or you hated it.
Yeah.
Now it's getting a little more due because of the people involved. Because it's, it's produced by Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
So that kind of gets you...
Has a weird storyline involving
a little bit.
Ben Stiller.
A little bit, yeah. Well, Ben Stiller was the director
for
the first time.
That's true.
And that's why he's in that one scene. Or not one scene, but that one part of it, that little weird through line that really is just way too dark and unnecessary. Yeah, it's a very strange film. Very, very strange film.
Which is why it's my favorite Jim Carrey movie, because I like strange shit. So yeah, we will talk probably ad nauseum about the Cable Guy next week, or at least I will.
Yep.
To finish up Jim Carrey January. But for this week, we're going to get out of here. You were Steve.
You were Justin.
And we're way back and gone.